Good morning, everyone. We'll call the Trumbull County Investment Advisory Committee meeting to order. Today's January 31st, 2024, 10 a.m. here in the Commissioners' hearing room. The purpose of today's meeting is organizational meeting and a regular quarterly meeting. First order of business will be the organizational meeting. We'll call to order the roll. Treasurer Sam Lamacusa here. Commissioner Mauro Cantamalesa.
Here.
Commissioner Denny Malloy.
Here.
Commissioner Nikki Frenchco.
Is there an agenda?
There was one emailed to you.
We don't have, does anyone have it?
It's right here.
Well,
I mean, it's just all this packet.
it's a packet, but okay.
I'm gonna go over all of it.
That what will be gone over at the meeting has been provided to you. The quarterly report's been provided. The rest of the agenda and everything has been emailed to you as always historically.
Well, do you have a copy of it to the clerk? I looked for it. I don't know who it would have.
I'll be right back. I need a copy machine. I'll make a copy of mine.
Sam, I have an extra copy of the minutes template. I don't have the agenda.
That's the agenda.
Thank you.
That's our working copy. So it has spaces.
It's the same as the agenda. It's just organizational meeting is now called to order. Roll call.
Oh. Did you-
I'm going to start over because I was interrupted. Thank you. Roll call. Treasurer Lamacusa here. Commissioner Cantamalesa.
Here.
Commissioner Malloy.
Here.
Commissioner Frenchco.
Here.
Clerk of Courts Allen.
Here.
It is now in order, bring us to item number 2, election of chairperson, vice chairperson, and secretary. Treasurer Lamacusa serves as chairperson. Historically, the two commissioners serve as vice chair and secretary. We need a commissioner to serve as secretary so that the clerk can act as secretary for the board. So a motion's in order for chairperson Lamacusa, a vice chairperson, and a secretary.
Vice Chairperson, I'll make a motion to nominate myself if I can.
Okay, chairperson Lamacusa, vice chairperson Cantamalesa, secretary
I'll make a motion to nominate myself for that.
Malloy. Roll call on the motion.
Motion's needed seconded.
Second on the motion, please. Roll call on the motion. Malloy,
Yes.
Frenchco,
Yes.
Cantamalesa,
Yes.
Allen,
Yes.
Lamacusa, yes. Bring us to item number 3, establishment of membership meetings and record policies. Motion, the record policy was in your packet also, so you won't have a copy of that, but it's at the front. The one that needs signed is at the front. There has been no changes to the policy. The only way there would be changes to the policy is they would be brought before this board for any changes to occur. There was no changes that occurred last year. Same policy is now in place for this year.
Where is that one?
It's in the packet that was sent. It's not in the quarterly report. It's in the,
Okay, so let me see if it's attached to the agenda.
it's not attached to the agenda. No, the only other way we have it is the actual true copy is in the clerk's possession right now for signature.
Yeah, please.
Sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Does anyone else want to see it? Okay.
Motion's in order.
Make a motion.
Motion Cantamalesa, second Frenchco. Roll call, Cantala Mesa,
Yes.
Frenchco.
Yes.
Malloy,
Yes.
Allen, Lamacusa, yes. Bring us to item number 4 of the organizational meeting to establish the 2024 quarterly meeting dates. They will be, today is the first quarter meeting, 1/31/24. Second quarter meeting will be April 24, 24. Third quarter meeting will be July 31, 24, and fourth quarter meeting will be October 30, 24. Those meetings will be held right here in the Commissioners' hearing room. Those meetings are set ahead of your actual meeting each
I'd
time.
like to ask or make a motion to modify these to be at 1 o'clock. The more that we get we get our packets and the day before our meetings.
I'm
and
sorry, Commissioner, these packets were sent out last week
it's-
for this meeting. Okay,
Afford me an opportunity
okay,
to
go
speak.
ahead.
We get our meeting packets and review everything the day before our meetings for our commissioners' meetings. Some of those things we don't get back until the morning of, if we need additional information. And I would it would be easier to have this after our regular meeting so that we can, I personally like to go over everything in advance of our meeting. And it would be much better because I don't know what the other ones do, but I just really would like an opportunity to prepare for my meeting. It's very hard for me to do these 10 o'clock things when we have. You understand?
The only reason I'm just going to say that, we were sent this on Thursday, so it's not like we get it right before, like the whole packet was sent Thursday, I believe. Yes.
No, I'm not talking.
Correct.
about
I
this
don't
meeting.
believe that's what the
I'm
Commissioner is
talking about
stating, though.
This meeting
understand what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
interferes with my ability as a member of the Board of Commissioners to actually re-review things or review additional information. There are changes on our agendas in the mornings, and I would prefer to have this done after our board meeting.
I disagree. We had all night last night, all morning this morning to review the commissioner's agenda stuff. Our hearings typically are right before the commissioner's meeting,
They should
bridge
be.
dedications, things like that. And I think that's a convenient thing for me at least to do it right before the regular meeting because we know that's a meeting day.
There's still information.
And we have no idea
Yeah.
what time our meetings last to. We've had some meetings that lasted 2.5 hours, 3 hours.
I would suggest 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock on, instead of 10 o'clock, so that we have the opportunity. And though we have the meeting the day before, there are a lot of follow-up information that I still need to go and see if people have responded and sent to me. And I have a meeting at 10:30 and I'm still trying to find out information.
There's a request for a motion to change the motion of the meeting dates from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Is there a second for that request? Is there a second for that request? Hearing none, we'll go back to the original motion for the meeting dates to be set for 1/31, 4/24, 7/31, and 10:30 at 10 a.m. A motion's in order.
I'll make a motion.
Motion Cantala Mesa, second
I'll second it.
Malloy. Roll call Cantala Mesa,
Yes.
Malloy,
Yes.
Frenchco.
No.
Allen,
Yes.
Lamacusa, yes. Thank you. That will bring us to a motion for adjournment of the organizational section of the meeting. Motion Allen for adjournment, second
Second.
Cantala Mesa. Roll call Allen,
Yes.
Cantala Mesa.
Yes.
Frenchco.
Yes.
Malloy.
Yes.
Lamacusa, yes. That'll bring us to our second meeting, our quarterly meeting, our regular quarterly meeting. We'll call that meeting to order by Chairperson Sam Lamacusa. Roll call Treasurer Lamacusa here. Commissioner Cantala Mesa,
Here.
Commissioner Malloy,
Here.
Commissioner Frenchco.
Here, but I have to go.
Well, I'll still record you in. Okay. Clerk of Courts Allen. Okay. That bring us to item number 2, a motion to accept the minutes of the October 25, 23 meeting. Motion Cantala Mesa, second Malloy. Roll call Cantala Mesa,
Yes.
Malloy,
Yes.
Allen,
Yes.
Lamacusa, yes. Frenchco has left the meeting. Review of fourth quarter 2023 investment reports, item number 3. That review will be conducted now by Chief Deputy Tammy Gerhart.
Thank you, Sam. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Good morning.
We're going to start with the first item in your packet, which is on the treasurer's letterhead. It is our transmittal letter. It details the contents of the reporting package as well as who may have effected transactions on behalf of the investment authority for the period of the reports. I'm going to review and highlight the various reports in the packet. If you have any questions, please feel free to interject at any time, and Sam and I will do our best to address them. I'd like to point out at this point that we do have a couple of additional reports that we don't generally have throughout the year. These are our annual interest reports on pages 13 through 19, so we'll be going over those at the end. Now let's move on to the first report in our package. It's a summary of investment balances for the month end December 2023. It shows that we had approximately 147.3 million invested. We are going to be focusing mostly on the securities and CDs. So I'd like to take a minute to let you know where the Star Ohio rates are over the year. At the end of 2022, so a year ago, Star Ohio was at 4.48. At the end of the first quarter, it was at 5.02%. Second quarter, 5.28%. Third quarter, 5.56%. And then throughout our last quarter at the end of October, it was at 5.57, November, 5.59, and at the end of December, 5.58. It has begun to decline. As of yesterday, it was at 5.52. The Federal Reserve Committee has a meeting yesterday and today where they will disclose if they're going to make any changes to the Fed funds rate. And I don't believe it's anticipated that they make any changes at this meeting. Correct, Sam?
It's very highly believed just the opposite, that there will be no change whatsoever. In the next two Fed meetings, but definitely the next.
Okay, so now we're going to move over to page 2, which is the first of our CD reports. It's our interest history. We did not have any interest posted during the quarter. Page 3 is the purchase history for the CDs. There were no purchases during the quarter. And then page 4 for the CDs, there were no transactions or balances to report on the inventory sheet. Now we're going to move to page 5, which is the first of our security reports. It's this quarterly security interest history. It reflects that there were 26 coupons that were posted during the quarter. The low rate that was posted was 0.35%, and the high rate was 5.625%, and then that was on a called security. And the total interest received on securities for the quarter were $218,812.50. Moving on to page 6, it's our quarterly purchase report. It reflects that there were 5 items that were purchased during the quarter with the par value totaling $5 million. The terms on these range from 2 years to 5 years, and the coupons were all fixed, but they ranged in rates from 5.7% to 6.05%. Moving on to our inventory report that is on pages 7 through 11. At the top there in red, you'll see that there were no calls or maturities in October. In November, we had 2 million that matured. And then in December, we had 1 million that was called. We have a couple of securities that actually will mature in February here shortly. And the rest are listed in outstanding order of maturity, and the new ones are incorporated in bold green font throughout. So if we flip to the end of that particular report, that'll take us to page 11. And in the bottom left corner there, you'll see our previous quarter had a book value of $54,775,000. We had that million call, 2 million matured, and then we had purchases of $5,150.33, and that includes accrued interest, purchased accrued interest. That gives us a book value at the end of the quarter of $56,775,158.33. You can see in the bar graph in the lower right-hand corner there that we have maturities all the way from a quarter of a year out to 5 years out. Then if we flip over to page 12, this is our interest versus fees comparison. It shows that we had net bank fees posted for the whole year of $973.28. And I'd just like to recap a little bit on our interest. The 2023 budgeted interest revenue amount that we submitted in the fall of 2022 was about 3.6 million. During the year, we made some adjustments to it, and Treasurer Lamacusa submitted a letter to the auditor in October after our last IAC meeting, increasing the estimate from 5 million to 5.2 million. Our actual interest receipts that you can see on the page here are $5,309,928.27 as of December 31st, 23. So we were able to surpass our increased budget estimate. The 2024 budgeted interest revenue that we submitted in the fall for this year was about $5.5 million. Treasurer Lamacusa submitted a letter to the auditor earlier this month, decreasing that estimate for 2024 to $5,048,474.62. And this is due to the rates declining faster than we had initially anticipated and initially projected when we did the estimate in the fall. We will continue to monitor the expectations for the interest receipts and update the auditor's office and you as necessary. Now, if you move over to page 13, this is the first of our annual reports that we only include in our fourth quarter packet. This is our annual CD interest history, and as you can see, there were no transactions to report. Pages 14 to 18 includes our annual security interest history, and this details all of the coupons that we posted during the year for securities. And if you go over to page 17, you'll see the total interest received for the year for our securities was $804,527.78. This was from 98 payments that were posted, and our low rate that was posted here is 0.22%, and it was on a matured security that was posted in May. And then our high rate that was posted was 5.625%, and it was on a called security that was called in December. Now, if we move over to page 19, this is our historical interest data. And at the top there, you can see the Trumbull County annual interest going from 2001 to 2023. You can see how it has gone up and down over these years. 2023 was on the upward slope, and we're anticipating that 2024, it's going to start going back down. And at the bottom there, you can see how the Star Ohio rates have also fluctuated accordingly and ended out at 5.58% at the end of 2023. And then, of course, our 2023 interest for the county was at about 5.3 million. Now, the last item in your packet is our Form 6, and this is our daily statement that our cashiers prepare each day, showing the receipts and disbursements that flow through the office on any given day. But the second page of that, which is the last page in your packet, basically reflects where all the funds were located, and that includes the investments that we just reviewed. So that includes our fourth quarter report. Do we have any questions? No? Okay.
I'd like to thank Ms. Gerhart for an outstanding report. That brings us to the a motion would be in order to accept the report. Motion Malloy, second Cantamalesa. Roll call Malloy,
Yes.
Cantamalesa,
Yes.
Allen,
Yes.
Lamacusa, yes. I have nothing under old business, item 4, unless someone else does. Likewise, I have nothing. Well, I have under new business, just a note, and it's already been mentioned that the policies and the meeting dates is with the clerk for signature. So, and that'll be once she has them signed or recorded as a part of our history. Committee reports, there's no open committees currently. Public comments to those live only. That bring us to item number 8, adjournment. Motion Allen, second Cantha Malesa, roll call, Allen. Cantha Malesa.
Yes.
Malloy.
Yes.
Lamakusa, yes. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.